Okay guys, this is going to be a quick video for my F-15C guys in the 122nd on how to better use the radar in the aircraft to assist us with fighting. So first things first, before we even get into the meat and potatoes of what I'm going to be looking for, I want you to go to Escape. I want you to select Adjust Controls. I want you to type in scan, S-C-A-N, and I need you to ensure that you have your scan zone down and your scan zone up binded to either your throttle or your stick for your HOTAS. Alright, so get these two binded, however you want to bind them to whatever is comfortable, but they are very important. So with that out of the way, let's get back into the aircraft. Let's pause it. So let's take a look at our radar scan right now. We've got the aircraft in a RWS scan right now. We've got our targeting cursor in the dead center of the screen. So the radar scan display is pushed out to 80 miles, meaning that you're telling the aircraft that I want to see everything in the radar search zone for up to 80 miles, and right now the targeting cursor is right in the center of the center of the B scope, meaning that it's at its range. It right now is approximately 40 miles. Also, first thing I want you to do is take a look at the two numbers to the left-hand side of the B scope, and you see a 10 at the bottom and you see a 51 at the top. What this information is telling you is that where the radar cursor is at the moment, which is approximately 40 miles, the radar scan zone to be able to detect any aircraft is between 10,000 feet at the low end of the scan zone and 51,000 feet at the high end of the scan zone. Now, why is this important? Because if we call out a bandit right now, let's take a look at our display. Right now we're on about a 360 or 000 as displayed in the F-15C. Right now we're on a 360 heading. So if I were to call out, I've got a bandit at BRAA 360 for 40, the approximate area where the scan zone is, at 5,000 hot. Right now, based on your scan zone, you would not be able to detect that aircraft on your radar display. And why is that? Because the aircraft's at 5,000, however, the base of your scan zone is 10,000. So you need to be able to push your scan zone down a minimum of 5,000, and I would recommend more than that, in order for you to both be able to see and get targeting information from that bandit. Also, I've mentioned this in other videos, a lot of times bandits want to come beneath the scan zone of the F-15 in order to sneak in on us to be able to get shots off undetected. So these last 2 weeks, 2-3 weeks really, we've been running sorties, and we've had a couple of instances where bandits have been able to get beneath our scan zones, and I'm calling out to you guys, hey, the bandit is low, push your scan elevation down. And after reviewing some of you guys' own YouTube videos, I'm seeing that you guys don't know what I'm referring to, which is specifically why I'm making this video. So when I'm telling you to push the scan zone down, what I'm telling you is to take those numbers, the 10 and the 51, which again represent the base and top ends of your radar scan search, and I'm telling you to push those down. And I'll display that right here now. And actually, before I display it, why is that important? Because again, if I've got a bandit that's closer, let's say a bandit is at 20 miles, and he's low, based off of our scan zone, we have no idea he's there. So we have to be very cognizant and careful. One of the first numbers I look at is the highest altitude that we have searching, which is 51,000 feet. Most aircraft don't operate, I mean, it is possible, but most aircraft do not operate up that high. When we start getting above 40, 45,000 feet, That's typically the limit of where most fighters are going to be operating, unless they are setting up for a very high and fast and dangerous really shot on you with the Fox 3s. Most fighters aren't operating between that range. They're operating anywhere between surface up to, on average, I would say 35 to 40,000 feet. So I'm going to unpause this here, and I'm going to first things first, I'm going to show you how to push the elevation down, and then I'm going to also show you why that's important. Right now during this simulation, I've got a bandit beneath us anywhere between 20 to 40 miles, but he's beneath our scan zone. Now, it's a C-130, so it's no threat to us, but imagine if it's not. Imagine if it's a flanker or a MiG or any type of enemy fighter, and we're getting RWR pings off of our 12 to 1 o'clock. We can't figure out what it is, and perhaps we even think it's the bandit we have right now at off our nose, when in reality, as I'm going to show you in a second, it's going to be our aircraft that's beneath us that's looking up at us. All right, so here we go. Unpause. Okay, so look at the numbers on the left side. When I start going, hey, push the scan zone down, this is what I'm doing. It's going down, down, down. Now, why is that important? Because again, most aircraft aren't even operating at that altitude. And just to be clear, that information is for the cursor is. All right, but we need to be aware of this thing. And then also, if you take a look, I just brought it into 80. If I keep pushing that scan zone down, bing, this target was not there until I kept pushing the cursor down. And this could be an aircraft that's creeping in within range. Right now it's at 6,000. So because of the fact that it was so low, we didn't even have a radar target on our scope to show us that it's there, which is why it's dangerous. All right, so now that you guys understand that, last but not least, I'm going to go over BRAA real quick with you and how to do that. Okay, so if you look in the B scope, right now my BRAA, look at the bottom right portion of the scope. My BRAA for this bandit would be 012 for 22, 7,000, and he's hot. So he's pointing at me, he's coming at me right now, so that's how it would be. So right now, 014, 20 miles, 7,000, okay? That's how we do the BRAA. A couple of us were kind of jacking that up. It was a little bit chaotic, so I definitely get it, but just for clarity, we start with the bottom right two numbers, 020 for 18, and then we go to the altitude on the left-hand side, 7,000. So again, this is how we work the radar. We're pushing the scan zone up and down. Once I have a target locked, it's going to limit the amount of scan zone that you can have because of the fact you already have that target locked. So hopefully all that makes sense, and if you guys have any questions about anything, just message me and let me know, and hopefully this one helps out quite a bit.